What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Crew Mode of the Wrexham. This is episode number 18, and we are in crunch time, baby. As we see here, Paul Mullin grabs the March Player of the Month award. He has been on absolute flames recently, well, the entire season, to be honest, but even more so recently, as he has helped us go on an 11-game unbeaten run, which was rounded off last episode by our biggest episode yet. We faced the three sides that were directly below us at the start of the episode: Walsall, Salford and Colchester, and we picked up 7 points from 9. I was very happy with that because I knew that that was a big episode. That group of teams battling for the playoff spots and the automatic promotion spots are so tightly congested. You cannot afford to drop points, especially to the teams around you. So big results there. Was very happy. Let's look to see if we can continue that form and continue the incredible unbeaten run as we head into the last 5 games of the regular season. And up first is Mansfield. Same 11 that played in the last game against Colchester, the 1-3-0. Mansfield, a side who we beat earlier in the season 2-0. Relatively comfortable win with them earlier on in the campaign. They are lurking around mid-table, so not really threatening relegation or the playoffs. So in a bit of no man's land, looking to round off the season. And, well, I'll be honest with you, this was a dire game. You would have seen Leighton made a couple saves either side of half-time, but apart from that, wow, it was awful game. But we would find the breakthrough. 12 minutes to go. Paul Mullin squares it to Elliot Lee, who gets his 17th league goal of the season. Fantastic from the midfielder. And we would take a 1-0 lead. Like I said, it was a game where not many chances were created, not many saves were made. It was poor from both attacks. Both defence didn't have too much to do. Leighton there coming up with a big save, and I love that the team were getting gassed. It wasn't the most incredible save, but I mean, to be fair, with the howlers Leighton has, that I guess that was a worldie. So yeah, it was pretty gas with him. We managed to just about see it out. Ryan Morris was put through one-on-one, but his touch was too baggy and it went into the keeper. And then I don't know if anyone else is having this bug where the keeper's drop kicks basically go like 10 yards in front of them. They don't go far at all. I'm not really sure what that's about. It's pretty annoying because when you want it to be realistic, and you got weird glitches like that happening, it's pretty frustrating. But anyway, we managed to see it out, and that's a sign of champions. When you win a game that you didn't play well in, that was poor from both sides, playing a side that are lower down the table, that are weaker than us, haven't got anything to play for, and we still came out on top. 12 games unbeaten now, and we continue to march on, and we are now sat in second. We've played more games than some of the teams around us, but you have to just win the games in front of you. And the next one that's in front of us is Sutton United. The side who are currently sat in 22nd place, so just above the relegation zone. But they're basically safe because looking at the bottom two, I think it's Atkinson, Stanley and Morecambe down there. They have such a low points tally that they are basically already relegated. So Sutton will be safe. But we did lose 2-1 to this side in November. So looking for a bit of redemption here. And, well, going into the game, we'd get an early goal. Paul Mullin, that man again, back in his 30th league goal of the season. He would give us an early goal to settle the nerves. But do you know what? I thought we would crack on from there and just dominate the game. Fair play to Sutton because in the first half they dominated. They were the better side and Leighton was much the busier goalkeeper. We were lucky that he was on top form and we managed to not concede during Sutton's pressure. And then on the stroke of half time, Mullin would get his and our second of the game. Just clinical. 2 chances, 2 goals. I thought, after that early goal, we would just dominate the game. But that didn't happen, but we did take our chances when they came to us. Mullin grabbing 2, and then 10 minutes into the second half, well, I'd love to say that this Belabor shot was a pass, but it was a finesse shot that just went so far wide. It actually perfectly picked out Mullin. I mean, if that was a pass, that would have been incredible. But it was a shot. Mullin grabs his hat-trick, and we are, perhaps undeservedly, but we are 3-0 up in this game and supposedly cruising. Well, Sutton would have, they weren't just going to lie down and accept that. Patrick would grab their first goal of the game, and definitely deserved as well, the way they were playing. It is now 3-1. I'm still feeling pretty comfortable though. James McLean with a good chance there, but it shot straight at the keeper. Before 20 minutes to go, Leighton makes a nice save, spreading himself, making himself big. and coming up with a couple of big saves in these first couple of games actually. And then with into the final 10 minutes, Pereira would find Patrick again, and all of a sudden it is Nerve City at the racecourse because Sutton, 22nd place Sutton, are within a goal of bringing coming back from 3-0 down. Luckily, we just about see it out. Nervy ending. So two games where the Mansfield game where we didn't really deserve, no team deserved to win that game, but we just about snatched the victory. This game we found ourselves 3-0 up when we weren't playing particularly well again. We were just clinical and we almost got punished, but luckily we managed to see it through. Paul Mullin bagging a hat-trick, his 30th, 31st and 32nd goals of the season. He is going to be winning the Golden Boot, there is no doubt about it. And he is an absolute star, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, we have to get promoted this season. Not just because I feel like my job might be on the loan, but to keep Paul Mullin, because I think if we don't get promoted, he is going to have to go because there's no way bigger teams aren't going to come in for him. And it is a realistic career mode, and if those bigger teams come in for my players, sometimes I have to listen to them, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. And let's just try and nullify that potential situation, and get promoted. Well, going into the third and final game of the episode, what a huge game this is. MK Dons, the side that are fourth right now, so 2 places below us, but they have 2 games in hand, which would take them top if they won both those games. This is a huge game because we are 3 points ahead of them, but they have 2 games in hand over us. So if we can win this game, we'll be 6 points clear, and then they'll have those 2 games in hand still, and I think they do have a better goal difference. But this game is huge. We have a 13-game unbeaten run to defend, 11 wins in those 13 games as well. Can we continue it? And honestly, I feel like this game basically will decide who gets automatic promotion and who doesn't. I think Stockport are going to be up there and get an automatic promotion. Forest Green are around that area as well, so is Salford. But this one just felt massively important to me, and it would be the hosts that would take the game by the scruff of the neck. Jonathan Lecco, absolutely loved this guy by the way, back in, what was it, FIFA 16? I remember doing a career mode with Portsmouth, and Lecco was one of the players I signed, and he was a star for me. He comes back to haunt me this time, scoring a goal where Leighton isn't covering himself in glory, sort of just fell over there rather than trying to make a save. Thank you, Leighton, appreciate that. But it was a deserved lead. Dons were absolutely dominating us in the first 15-20 minutes, and they got that go-ahead goal 10 minutes in. Well, Paul Mullin, a rare thing from him. He actually misses a shot completely, goes off target. I thought Bolton had done enough with the cutback, but Mullin's shot goes just wide off of his weak foot. That was a good chance for Paul Mullin. And then Bolton himself, we're going to have to get in some shooting practice because he uses his pace so well to get him into such good positions, but then he does not finish. He should have so many more goals than he does. Another one-on-one that he's missed, and that was a really good opportunity. And then James McLean, guilty of a really good opportunity as well. He has a free shot in the box, but it crashes off the bar. Just looking for too much precision there, and we can't find the equaliser. And then with 20 minutes to go, Dons would get their second. Jonathan Lecco would get his second, and that would be the dagger. We couldn't make our way back into this one. We had our spell where we needed to score when Dons were just 1-0 up. That was our time to score. We didn't take our chances, and Dons did. And like the last game against Sutton, where we were clinical when it mattered, Dons were clinical as well. So fair play to MK. They look like they're going to be going up automatically. And our 13-game unbeaten run comes to an end. It's a shame, but it had to happen at some point. Now it's about bouncing back. There are 2 league games left, and our next one is Stockport, who are top, so that's going to be huge. But before that, we get an email saying that the board, saying that my position is under close observation. They are basically not happy with me at all. The objectives, I haven't been achieving any of their objectives, and even though I'm still pushing for promotion, they aren't happy at all. So jobs on the line. We've just lost our winning streak. As you can see there, the confidence rating from the board is 52. So I feel like if I don't get promoted, I might lose my job, and this career mode might be over after one season. So fingers crossed we can go up. As you can see there, we are still third. Salford have a game in hand over us, which if they win, they'll go above us on goal difference. So they are the threat for us right now. We're a point ahead of Forest Green, both with 2 games to go. Dons and Stockport both have games in hand over us and are battling for the title, but it looks like we're going to be battling for third now going into these final two games. But that'll be it for today's episode, episode 18. We have 2 more games to go of the regular season. Let me know in the comments if you think I can secure an automatic promotion spot. The title's still not off the cards, but it's very unlikely now. Let me know what you think will happen, where we'll finish in the comments. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you're enjoying the series. Drop a sub if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in episode 19 very soon.